The history of the biathlon goes back to the 1700s, when speed and skill were combined into one winter event. In the history of the Marble League, you have to go all the way back to 2018, the last time we saw an iteration of this in the winter. Lots changed since then. Talk about how in just a moment.
Greetings! We welcome you to today's event, Winter Biathlon.
Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. The Jungle Jumpers are leading the standings here in the 2024 Marble League, sponsored by Mint Mobile. They are winners. Back in the snow drag 1 event ago, 2 events before that in the halfpipe, Jungle Jumpers were once again gold medalists. They are setting the tone nicely. We still have a lot of Marble League left, so make sure you click that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. If you're here in the stadium, then make sure that you are sharing all of those web gem moments, courtesy of the 5G coverage all throughout the stadium by Mint Mobile. So, the way that this is going to work, of course, you have the skiing portion and the shooting portion. Minty Maniacs will be explaining here, and then we'll walk you through the scoring also. This is a relay race, of course, so the opening marble is off, slaloming back and forth. That marble will tag the second team member. Down they come. I'll be keeping track of split times as well. Third marble over the Gravitrax. A lot of speed being built up here. But for this fourth marble, it is a run down to the line, but you have to combine that with precision because there are dominoes waiting. Here's the shot. Try to stay as centered as you can. That light up domino is the very center. That is worth 10. The dominoes on either side are worth 9, so you knock down 2 of them, and you get the average between the two. So in this case, a 10 and a 9 comes to 9.5. Now for the scoring. Take the time, add 10 seconds to that, and then subtract whatever the shooting total was. So, for instance, if you set a 26-second lap and you knock down only the center domino, well, your score will stay what your time was, because you would add 10 and then subtract 10 as well. I know it's a lot, but as we go through this, hopefully seeing it a few more times, it will make a bit more sense. The Chocolatiers are out now to set the opening run. Split time on that third handoff is a 20.17. Rolling down here, and we're going to have the same 2 dominoes knocked over. A 10 and a 9, average the 2, and you get 9.5. So what was the time that they set? Well, that was a 26.17. So add 10 to that, that'd be 27.17. Now subtract 9.5. That gets you 26.67. And the goal, of course, is to go quickest and shoot the most accurate. So you want a lower score than the marbles around you. Hazers coming up now here in run number 2. How do they compare? On the opening split, they are marginally slower than the Chocolatiers were. Only a few hundredths, however. It's very close together. They've lost a bit more time through the second handoff. Watch where they are when they tag that fourth marble, being around that 20-second mark. That could be one way for you to keep track of how they compare to each other. Nice shot here. Good consistency from the anchor leg and the marbles that are doing the shooting at the end here. We expect that out of these athletes as they get here into the Marble League. So a 27.25, that is a bit more than the 26.67 that the Chocolatiers had. So the Hazers go into second place. Bumblebees up now. Down they come. Little slow entering those slaloms. How does the split time stack up? Oh, nearly 0.3 of a second off of the Chocolatiers. Over the side-to-side on the Gravitrax. Bumblebees handoff to the fourth marble. Everybody has chosen that near side line. Good view of just how straight these marbles can shoot. Consistency again. With all the marbles getting that 9.5, it really comes down to time. Of course, let's not take the shots for granted. One little slip up could make a big difference. All right, 26.72. Add 10, subtract 9.5. That gives the Bumblebees a 27.22. That is 0.03 of a point lower than the Hazers. That means Bumblebees go up into second place. Team Galactic They also look slow through that first leg, and they are. They're actually slower than the Bumblebees. Bumblebees really picked it up, however, in those final 2 legs, just chipping time away. Galactic's handoff there comes at 21:02. That is slower than the marbles thus far. Consistent shots. Once again, 9.5. That fourth leg clocked in at 27.18. That 27.68 result is the slowest of everyone. Solar flares coming up now. Off they go, meandering back and forth. First tag is very slow. Oh my gosh, that is actually much slower. Previous slowest was a 7.38. Solar Flares just did that first leg in 8.23. Not looking good. How do they compare here? Slowest of everyone in leg 2. The time keeps ticking. And they're also the slowest in leg 3. They also missed the center domino. That's the first marble to miss the shot. Nobody's had an outright bullseye yet, but it makes for easy math. So 29, add 10, subtract 9. That gets you to 30 even, but that is the worst point total of anyone so far. By comparison, our leader is still the Chocolatiers on the first run of the day with a 26.67. The hosts, the Gliding Glaciers, are out now. They've actually looked pretty good early on here in the Marble League. They've got a medal to show for it. Bronze back in the bobsled. How are the Glaciers looking so far here into the final handoff? It's not a blistering time. What they do, 27.75 isn't great either. And they also miss that center domino. They knock down the purple. That is worth 9. 28.75 puts them ahead of the Solar Flares. That is the only team that is behind them right now. Balls of Chaos as we're nearing the midway point. How do they do on this opening run? Clock ticks over 7. It's a 7.24 in the opening leg. That's not too bad. Nice, quick-looking second leg, 13.67. That's along with our leaders right now. Official split, 20.44. Here, heading into leg number 4. How does the shot go? 9.5 again. This is a good run with a 26.42 as the time. 9.5 gives them 26.92. Balls of Chaos just went up into second place. Snowballs. Silver medalists back in the snow drag. Looking to join the Jungle Jumpers as 2-time medalists. Early split was very good. Second split also very good. In fact, that's the fastest of anybody, 13.04. 19.67, that's also fastest of anybody. Clock stops at 25.66 and a 9.5. By my math, that will give the Snowballs the lead. It does. 26.16. Previous best was 26.67. They just lowered that again. 8 runs are complete. The Snowballs are your provisional leaders. Jelle's Marble Runs is excited to announce the launch of our toy brand that has everything you need to run your own Jelle's Marble Race in the comfort of your home. Start off with our Collector Series marbles, which includes 32 of our most popular teams. Or you can buy sets of 10 marbles so you can have team races with one of our Skyway Chase Marble Run sets. Once you launch the marbles with our custom Skyway starter piece, the marbles will make their way down the track until a winner emerges. And to track their progress, you can use one of the 5 competition racing brackets we've included to bring your marble run to life and play Jelle's way. You will find everything you need to get started inside the box, including an instruction manual with building ideas, and you can download our free app that allows you to have your race announced by me, Greg Woods. You can also play Jelle's Skyway Chase, like a traditional marble run too. So come and join the Jelle's Marble Run community, and let's race. Shop now on jellesmarbleruns.com. 8 runs are complete, and we've seen a lot of action on that purple pair of dominoes, and occasionally that center light-up domino as well. Nobody's had a bullseye yet. Could that be coming? Wolfpack are ready now to begin the second half of competition here in the biathlon. I've been keeping split times here in the booth, and that one is a 7.89. Not one of the better ones. Second handoff, 14.62. They've gained a bit of time back over a couple of teams. 21.45 is the next leg. Down they come in a 27.57. Oh, way off the middle. So purple is 9, dark blue is 8, light blue is 7. So they're going to have a 7.5. And that pushes their result up to 30.07. That is last of anybody. Raspberry Racers coming out now, a team that was 6th back in 2018. See how they run. First handoff, 7.34. Pretty good thus far. Next up, 14.29. That's losing a bit of time. 21.08. That's middle of the pack. It's dropping them down a bit. Let's see where they come across the line. 27.09. How does the shot go? Solid 9. Even landing on the domino afterward. That is nice and tidy. Couple of hops coming off of that shoot. 28.09 settles the Raspberry Racers in 7th. Green Ducks are coming up now. And a decent start by the look of it. Let's see how they compare. 7.13 in the first handoff. That's a pretty good time. That is better than most. That ties them with the Hazers. 13.50 in the second. Anytime you're in that 13 range, you are battling. 20.26. That's also quicker than a lot of teams. How will the shot go? We got a bullseye! So the Green Ducks, whatever their time is, that is their total. And their time was a 26.37. That puts them into P2. What a run by the Green Ducks. They were not even competing the last time we did this event in 2018. Again, the winners that day, Crazy Cat's Eyes, O'Rangers got silver, Thunderbolts got bronze. Midnight Wisps were 4th that day, just off the podium. A similarly dark team, the Blackjacks, running right now. A 7.70 at the first split. Not too bad. They lost it a bit in the middle 2 handoffs, however. And a 9 on the shot. That run just got slower as they went. And that's going to give them a 28.97, putting them in 10th position. Down to the final few now. Those who are sitting at the top, the likes of the Snowballs, Green Ducks, they are counting down the competitors because everybody that goes, it guarantees, if they finish above them at least, that they may have a shot at a medal. Momo, 8.26 on the first handoff, very slow. 14.91 on the second. That is also going to be well down the order. 21.71 heading into the anchor leg. They need a good shot here to make up for some of that time loss, and they're going to get 9.5. That should help them slightly, but some of those splits are not what Team Momo was hoping for. A 28-7-7 puts them in 10th. Of 13 runners, they seem fairly upbeat, but that is a disappointing start for Team Momo. Crazy Cat's Eyes, our gold medalists from 6 years ago. See if they still have the magic in them. Red Eye is going to bump Blue Eye off in the second leg. It was a 6.73. That is the fastest of anybody. Second handoff was a 12.84. That is the first one that we've seen in the 12s. 19.20, still quickest. 25.12 and a 9.5 on the shot. And this is going to be a very good run for Crazy Cat's Eyes that I believe is going to put them in the lead. Green Eye Shooting nets them a 9.5, a 25.62, and the Crazy Cat's Eyes are once again at the top of the standings with just 2 competitors to go. Not only do they move into the lead, they guarantee themselves a medal. Savage Speeders watched one heck of a run right before them. Let's see what they can do. Last time out, the Speeders were 8th back in 2018. Next handoff here is not looking too bad. Oh, that last handoff, though, a 20.18 and a 26.16. That's really gone away from him. Oh, and not a good shot either. The 26.16 in and of itself was going to be middle of the pack, but only getting 5.5 puts the Speeders in 15th out of 15. That is shocking. Snowballs and Crazy Cat's Eyes are now guaranteed a medal. Jungle Jumpers come up now as our final runners. The Cats can do no worse than silver. A 7.50 on the opening leg is rather slow for the Jungle Jumpers. 14-14. Let's see what the handoff to the anchor is. The tag is made at 20.87. Not great for the Jungle Jumpers. They need a bullseye here, and they're not going to get it. 26.95 was their time. And that would not be good enough to medal even if they had gotten the bullseye. Well, not enough for gold, at least. 27.45 puts the Jungle Jumpers in 8th.
Congratulations to our winners, Green Ducks, Snowballs, and Crazy Cat's Eyes.
That means Crazy Cat's Eyes have repeated as gold medalists in the biathlon. Snowballs get the silver, and Green Ducks get the bronze. The Green Ducks now have 2 bronze medals across 5 events. The Snowballs have 2 silvers. Crazy Cat's Eyes, they now have a bronze and a gold. 25.62, the lowest of anybody out there. Looking at the overall standings, the Jungle Jumpers 8th is enough to knock them off the top spot. Crazy Cat's Eyes move up 2, and the Snowballs are up 6. Green Ducks go up 2 into 4th, but it's Cats, Jumpers, Snowballs, Ducks, and Speeders. Next up, the short track, blistering speed, teamwork, and unpredictability.